In western Cambodia, these dark caves are hiding life almost nobody has seen. These caves do not look alive at first, but the walls are already watching back.
What we know is simple. Explorers found far more life here than these caves suggest.
One survey here even recorded species scientists were still trying to formally describe.
What we do not know yet is how much could disappear before scientists fully map it. Some of the smallest cave animals here may be the easiest proof that this world is still unknown.
From outside, these hills look silent, but dozens of openings cut deep into the rock. To see what humans miss, researchers left quiet cameras where the cave meets the forest.
These caves are not isolated holes. Even threatened animals move through them after dark.
What looks like bare stone overhead is actually a living ceiling. What we know is the caves were surveyed carefully. What we still do not know is the full total. Some species here stayed hidden simply because they blend into the cave better than our eyes do.
The deeper the cracks go, the easier it becomes for whole populations to stay unseen.
Every entrance here behaves like a border between two different worlds.
Back at the entrance, each image raises the same question: how much has still gone unrecorded?
The danger is not inside the caves first. It begins when the hills above them start disappearing.
When the rock changes, the small life attached to that rock changes with it.
These habitats can look solid, but even a small change outside can reach far inside.
The caves matter because the life around them is connected to the same fragile rock. By sunrise, the mystery feels larger. This was never one cave, but an entire hidden system.
From this distance, the caves seem empty, but that emptiness is misleading.
Some animals survived here by becoming almost impossible to notice.
Many entrances are easy to miss, especially when the hills hide them in plain sight.
Even the quiet water inside these caves can hold signs of life. Discovery here is not one moment. It is slow, careful, and easy to lose. The deeper the passage narrows, the easier it becomes for species to stay hidden. Above the survey path, entire colonies turn the cave roof into moving shelter. These cave edges are part of a larger route used by wildlife after dark.
Some of the most important finds here were also the easiest to overlook.
Each marker pushes the map farther, but the unknown still keeps expanding. The biggest threat is simple. Once the rock is gone, the habitat is gone.
What happens above the caves does not stay above them for long.
The caves matter because the animals outside depend on the same fragile hills.
What we have here is not a single mystery, but a whole hidden network. And the truth is, science may only be seeing the edge of it.
One newly found gecko here almost vanishes into the cave itself.
Another is built for the smallest fractures in the rock. And some are easier to notice only because the pattern is louder. One karst gecko found here was even the first Battambang record of its kind. Not every discovery here is dramatic. Some are smaller than a fingernail.
At this scale, an entire habitat fits inside a crack in the rock.
One new millipede found here is bright enough to warn predators away. And even among millipedes, the caves are producing more than one new form.
One of the strangest finds was a flying snake moving over the karst at night.
And a newly found pit viper may be one of the most striking species of all.
These caves are not isolated. Threatened wildlife still passes through them. The life above the caves depends on the same fragile hills.
These caves matter for another reason too. Some are sacred places for nearby communities.
That is why the danger is urgent. Lose the hill, and you lose everything inside it.
By now, the story is clear. This is not one cave, but a disappearing world.
By the end of a single survey, the evidence starts to outgrow the map.
Some of the life here is so small it would vanish from the story if nobody looked closely.
The real scale of the story only appears when you stop looking at one cave. These entrances behave like living borders, with traffic most people never witness.
These hills are not remote fantasy. They sit close to human life and close to human pressure.
For some communities, these caves are more than habitat. They are part of memory and meaning.
The damage does not begin when a species disappears. It begins when the hill starts changing.
Even small changes above ground can travel deeper into the cave than they seem.
After hours underground, the discoveries come out slowly, one careful step at a time.
Some of the strongest evidence is not what the camera sees, but what the ground remembers.
The life above the caves and the life inside them are tied to the same stone.
That is the final lesson here. What looks empty may still be full of life.
This hidden world is larger, richer, and more fragile than it first appears.
If you want more true stories from hidden worlds like this, subscribe and stay with me.